If you're watching this video, chances are you are frustrated with your skin. You feel like it doesn't matter what you try, it doesn't matter what recommendations you take, it doesn't matter the product or the brand, it just almost feels like nothing is working for you. I know the feeling because I have been there. I feel like I have spent so much money on skincare products. I feel like I have taken so many suggestions. I have read so many reviews. I have been influenced so many times and nothing ever seemed to work for me. Disclaimer, there is no guarantee that the products that I am about to share will work for you. There is no guarantee that everything will work because it takes patience. I cannot begin to tell you the amount of products that I have tried and they just simply did not work for me. What I will share, however, is the list of things that I am currently using either consistently or sometimes I will share which one is which, and I will also share products that I am about to try. So when I say must-haves, I am speaking of must-haves for me that I think will be good for you. Another disclaimer, I am not an influencer, so this video is in no way trying to convince you to buy any particular product from any particular brand. If I share a product and you feel like you can get a similar product from another brand and you feel the other brand is either less expensive or a brand that you personally prefer, feel free to do that. Before I go into the video, please note that this is what my face looked like before. And this is what my face looks like now. I do have makeup on, so you might not be able to tell what my skin looks like, but this will give you a pretty good idea of what my skin looks like presently. This photo was taken like 2 days ago, just so you can see the difference. There are two things that I want to note. One, it is important that you get a professional opinion, especially if you're having acne issues, whether it be hormonal acne or based on the environment or whatever it is, so you know what you're working with. Like for me, I have photodermatitis. I knew nothing about this before I went to a dermatologist and started to really explain what was happening. I knew that I was getting sunburned easily, and I knew that my sunburns seemed to be more severe compared to other people, but I did not know of the condition or what it caused. So after going to a dermatologist, I was told that I actually have sensitivity to sunlight and direct contact with bright UV lights. Now, who would have thought? Who would have thought? I mean, I'm thinking like based on the color of my skin, I should be, but no. So I was always struggling with dark spots. So I always had discoloration in different areas like my cheekbones and my chest. Sometimes I would see the rashing and the darkening and like this part. So pretty much the areas that were more exposed, I found that I was struggling with those more, and it didn't seem like there was anything that I could do about it. But then once I knew what the issue was and I knew what was causing this, then I knew how to find proper treatment for that. So yes, you will see influencers, you will see different people, content creators tell you how to identify your skin type, but I would say go see a professional, because sometimes too, the issues that you're fighting, there are more underlying issues. I know that there are some skin conditions that have to be treated internally. You have to take pills and whatever. Some of them is based on what's happening in your blood. So things like these, you might spend thousands of dollars on skincare and never be able to fix the issue, because the issue is more than surface level. So note number one, before we go into the must-haves, always, if you're struggling, if you've been struggling consistently, seek professional help first. Secondly, a lot of times we expect to treat the surface when we are not addressing the internal. You secrete what you eat. And so some of the issues that you find on your skin is the direct result of what you eat, what you drink. You eat food and you drink drinks that are high in sugar, and you eat all the fats and all the oils, and then it pushes out of your skin. So you're secreting what you're eating. So if you're treating, you can treat and treat and treat all you want, all the scrubs in the world, all the whatever. If your inside needs to be cleaned, if you need proper detox, if you need to change your diet, you need to drink more water, This might work temporarily or it might never work until you fix. So if you're thinking of cleaning your outward, you might want to start inside out. So work on increasing the amount of water that you drink. Work on eating more fruits, eating more veggies, cutting down on your sugar. A lot of Black people, as a matter of fact, maybe most Black people have some amount of reaction to dairy. So watch what happens with your skin when you eat dairy. Watch what happens when you drink the milk, when you eat the cheese. See if anything changes. Things like those, like I mentioned before, it does take patience. You have to be patient on this journey. You have to understand that there is no one-stop treatment. It doesn't matter what you use. There's going to be nothing that is going to give you instant results. And so before you start buying and start doing this and doing that, you have to be real with yourself. Like, okay, what happened this time when I had a flare up? What was happening? Was it stress? Do I need to go see a therapist to work on that part first so that it doesn't come out this way? Is it hormonal? Okay, how can I help with this? How can I do that? Do I need to balance my hormones before I start treating my skin? So there's more to it than just buying and buying and buying products. I wish someone had told me that a long time ago, because I feel embarrassed when my face has dark spots and when I have the pimples. It just feels to me like people are thinking that I'm not washing my face well, that I'm not treating myself. Yes, I know that is far from the truth, but that was how I felt. When I had the dark spots and all the pimples on my face, you could not catch me dead outside without makeup. This is what you came here for. Let's get into it. I have my box here with all my products. So I'll start with the first step and try to make my way down to the last. First thing I want to mention is this Skin Therapy Cleansing Oil. The one that I use is from Palmer's. It deep cleans, it brightens, it removes makeup and impurities. This is my first step when I wear makeup. This right here is really good because it breaks down the makeup. So all you need to do is just apply a couple of pumps, a generous amount to your skin, rub it in. You don't need to use anything but your fingers. Just rub it into the areas where you have makeup. It breaks it down. All you need to get is a warm washcloth and just wipe it away. It's so much better to remove it that way. This gives your pores a deeper clean. The second step in my skincare routine is cleansing. This product here I've been using, I think, for the past 2 months. I find it to be very effective for me because it's good for sensitive skin. It's a purifying foaming cleanser by La Roche-Posay. Soap-free, fragrance-free, sulfate-free. What I love is also it's good for normal to oily skin and includes sensitive skin. This right here, I don't know about you, but I love it when my cleanser foams, and this foams a lot. I love that. A little goes a far way because I do use this, I think sometimes 3 times a day, and every time when I do cleanse my face, I cleanse twice. So the fact that a little bit goes a far way means a lot to me, and it just feels really good on my skin. I love that after I'm done cleaning, it actually makes my face feel clean. These I've also used. This one right here is the Hydrating Facial Cleanser by CeraVe. This is really good. It cleanses, it hydrates, and it helps to restore the protective skin barrier. My issue with this, to be honest, is not really that big. It's just that it doesn't foam, and I want my cleanser to foam. However, it does moisturize. In winter days, I feel like my skin dries out pretty easily, or if I'm using other products that tend to dry my skin out, then I'm more likely to pull for this one. It leaves you with a soft, smooth feel, even though it cleanses. But like I said, honey, I love to see the foam. The foam is evidence that it is working. But I would definitely recommend that you add this, especially if you're a person with dry skin. This will be perfect for you. It is suitable for normal to dry skin. This one here is the Renewing SA Cleanser, also by CeraVe. This one cleanses, exfoliates, and softens while smoothing your skin. I like it too. As you can see, I have been using it. It's just that when I got the La Roche-Posay, I kind of just jumped ship, but I really do love what this one does. The only thing is this is for normal skin. If you're just looking for a cleanser that exfoliates and that moisturizes and you don't have any real serious skin conditions or skin issues to address, this might be the one for you. Toner. Very important part. This one is by La Roche-Posay. I have used it like 3 times already. I love how it makes my skin feel. And also bear in mind that I do have sensitive skin because I cannot avoid the sun, right? And every time when I go out, I do all my skincare and whatever. But the fact is, I still do have sensitivity. So once I come in contact with the sun, bam, I'm burning. So I have to ensure that the toner that I use, that the stuff that I use on my face aren't making the issues worse. So I tend to lean towards things that are suitable for my sensitive skin. And I mean, even if you do not have sensitive skin, I would want to think that you want to get things that aren't as harsh on your skin to cause sensitive skin. So this again is a must have to your skincare routine. It doesn't have to be this one, but whatever brand you're getting your toner from, ensure that it is suitable for you, ensure it's not too harsh, and make sure that it gets the job done. But if you take skincare seriously, then I know you must either have something that have retinol in it, or you've heard about it, or you're wondering if retinol is good for you. My suggestion is definitely this one. I love this. This is the Retin-A 0.5%. I love it. Retinol from The Ordinary. This is the oil version. This is a cream. This is the oil. This one also has a creamy consistency. This is from La Roche-Posay. This is the Retinol Serum B3. This is creamy, but it is more runny. Kind of looks like antibiotic to me, but it doesn't smell bad, which is what I care about. The downside to using this, however, is that you have to be careful because it does dry your skin out. So it does get the job done, but it definitely will dry you out. So if you're using this, if it is that you have a severe acne issue and dark spot issue, I would say make some time that you can be able to use it effectively for like a week or two. Understand, however, that if you're using Retin-A, then you have to top up on your sunscreen. This can actually work against you. So if you're using this and you are not, well, any retinol, and you're not applying enough sunscreen, you're not protecting yourself from the direct exposure of the sun, you might actually be doing more harm than good. This is the oil version. Now, the truth is, this isn't as strong as that one. If you're not looking for something very, very strong, and if you have sensitivity, then I would definitely recommend that you get the oil. It is easy to apply, and then it doesn't have, like this one will leave like a white cast if you rub it on your entire face. This, however, the oil version is easy, it's light, and when you put it on your skin, it doesn't feel like you applied anything. This, the cream, I love this one also. It is a watery, creamy consistency, but it definitely does do the job. I don't think it is as harsh as this one, but I think it is also very effective. So you can figure out which one works for you, whether you'd want something more oil-based, whether you want like liquid creamy, or you want to go for the big guy, which is this one. Like I mentioned, this is from The Ordinary. This is Retinol 0.5, and this is from La Roche-Posay, Retinol B3, and then this is the Retin-A 0.5%. Another must-have in your skincare kit is hyaluronic acid. You can get the one from The Ordinary. This one is 2%, but hyaluronic acid, I have a couple of stuff that it is in, which is good. So you might also want to ensure that you have it. Even if you don't get the actual serum, ensure that something that you're using has it in it. It is a hydration support formula with ultra pure vegan hyaluronic acid. This right here, you apply in all your skincare routines, morning or night. This goes out. I've had to replace this maybe 2 or 3 times over 6 months. So that could tell you. A little also goes a far way, but when I use it, I use it. I ensure that I use a generous amount because I do the same thing. I pat it into my skin. Moving right along to niacinamide. Now, if you're having pimple issues, you definitely need to have something or get one of these serums. This one is from The Ordinary. This is the niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. And this one is a niacinamide 10. I'm assuming, yeah, well, it is 10%. It is 10%. This has anti-aging concentrates and it clarifies and rebalances. If you are struggling with pimples and you do not have niacinamide, you are wasting your time. Don't walk, don't jog, run to go get yourself a serum. Again, it doesn't have to be these. These just happen to be the ones that I use. This one is more jelly and this one is more creamy like the other product that I showed you. So it just all depends on what you're doing in that particular skincare routine and which one works best for you. I use both. I don't know if I use any more than the other, but I do use both of these. I interchange depending on what I'm using, depending on the moisturizer and all of that. But this is a definite must-have. This isn't a must-have, but it is a would be nice to have. This is the Ordinary peeling solution. So if you don't have really sensitive skin, you can use this. If you do have sensitive skin, you still can use it, but you have to be careful. Now, this right here peels off the outer layer of the skin. So it does. So you will find that after you use it, you might have peeling. You might be peeling like a lizard, but it's okay. I promise you it will be all right. Once that is done, you'll find that you would have revealed a much smoother skin. I wouldn't suggest using this unless you have already started addressing the other issues. So it doesn't make any sense for you to peel your skin if you still have not addressed the pimple issue. But this is really good. You can also use it for underarm to remove the outer layer if you have darkening. You can also use it, which I have used it on my feet. Like if I needed to get a pedicure and I didn't get around to it yet and I need to go somewhere, I apply some of this, rub it onto my feet, and trust me, when you wipe it off, you can feel the difference. Your feet feel so much softer than they did before. So this, while it might not be a must-have for taking care of, while it might not be a must-have skincare, it is definitely would be nice to have, and it is, and the price isn't bad. So if you can afford to add it, add it. You'll see how it comes in handy. These two I wouldn't say are must-haves, but I will be trying them. So I might do a follow-up video to tell you how they work for me. Like I mentioned to you before, I do have discoloration from sunburn and I continue to struggle with that. And so I will be trying the glycolic acid serum from La Roche-Posay. It is a dark spot corrector. It's exfoliating and it is brightening. It has 10% glycolic acid. And I also will be trying the Mila B3 serum. This is a dark spot corrector, visibly unifying and clarifying. It also has 10% of niacinamide in it, and it has thermal spring water, which I think most, if not all, of their products do. So I'm really excited about trying this. I'll try it for about a month or 6 weeks, see how it works, and then I'll do a follow-up and let you know. It is so important to give the skincare time to work. A lot of products that you have that you probably have thrown away, that probably expired on you, it's not because the products are no good, but because you did not give them time to work. You cannot be using skincare like I used to, where you use them when you remember. You use them 2 times this week, 3 times next week, this morning, Thursday evening, Sunday, midday, whenever you remember. You cannot do that. You have to commit to it. If it means something to you to have really nice skin, you have to know that it will take time. Consistency is key when you actually want to see improvement. Like, you have to want it bad enough, because it does not matter how many products I recommend. It doesn't matter how many products you see that looks good, how many reviews you read. If you are not serious enough to be consistent about it, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money. And in this economy, I don't know who wants to waste money, but not me, baby. I think I've wasted enough. I'm over it. Glycolic acid. I don't know how I missed this earlier, but this is also a really good toner. Now, the reason I don't use this often or as often is because there are some acids that you really don't want to mix together. For example, on a night when I'm using retinol, I do not want to use this because both of them together causes sensitivity. So you might want to consider getting it. It is definitely a must-have because it's good for darkening. Like, you can use it on your underarm to help with the darkening that you have there. And you can also use it on your bikini line. So this is a must have either way, but just be careful that you're not using it alongside other acids. Now, when I wear makeup and I use my oil cleanser and I know that I don't need retinol, then I definitely use this just as an extra clean. It is a little more harsh, but not to the point where I have burning. This glycolic acid 7%, it is actually a toning solution. It is from The Ordinary. So definitely get this one, and it is not very expensive. You will see that it will come in handy for other stuff. In addition to that, I have heard that it also helps with underarm odor. So you can use this at night and it actually helps to prevent odors under your arms. So this definitely a must have. Sunscreen, definitely needed. A must have. It doesn't matter what brand it is from, but you need to have sunscreen. Now I'll break it down and I'll tell you what's the difference with all these that you see here. This one is Black Girl Sunscreen. It is SPF 50. I love this because, like I said, the sun and I don't have the best relationship, and this works wonders for me. The only issue that I have with this is that it does leave a slight white cast, which I don't like. So if I'm wearing makeup, I'm fine with putting it on because the makeup will go over it. But if it's just a day when I'm running out and I just need to cover up, I don't want my face looking white at all. So that's my only downside to this. It doesn't change the fact that it's a really good product. Brings me to why I got this. This is the spray version. This one will not leave a cast. You just need to spray it in your hand. I don't spray it on my face only because it has a really strong smell that I don't like. I don't know if they have this in SPF 50. I haven't seen it. Maybe they do, but it just goes out really fast. This is SPF 30, the same Black Girl sunscreen. Apart from the strong smell, I don't have an issue with it, but this I would say it's a must have also because it's easy to apply to the rest of your body. So I might have been focusing on the face, but if we're talking skincare, we're talking about taking care of the entire body, right? Like we don't only want nice face, we want nice glowing skin. So yes, definitely a must have. This is from La Roche-Posay. This is SPF 70. I love this product. Love, did I say love? And here's why. Not only is it SPF 70, but it also does not leave a white cast. Hello, talk to me. It doesn't leave a cast at all. It goes on pretty easily, pretty smoothly, and it is light. So this, I would say, do not walk, do not jog, but run to get the La Roche-Posay SPF 70. I got these from La Roche-Posay. I will test them also, so I will come back and tell you what I think about them. This is SPF 50. This one is Daily Invisible Sunscreen. It helps protect against sun damage. Mila B3 UV. This one is a dark spot corrector. It is protecting and unifying. We're focusing on face, but like I said, if we're talking skincare, it's skincare. This is one of my favorite products to use for nighttime. Now it can be used twice daily, but I personally use it at night. It smells really good. This one is from Miele's. It's called Be Glowy. It's a brightening body serum. I find that it works wonders for me, especially on those areas where I would have had really direct exposure, where I would have had direct exposure to the sun. And the fact that it goes on, it's jelly and it feels almost like aloe. It feels like aloe gel. That's what I love. And again, it smells good, not perfumey, but it just has a nice, sweet, fresh smell that I love. So if you can, if you do have the money and you're able to invest in it for yourself, I would definitely recommend that you add this to your skincare routine for your nighttime. Thank me later. Speaking of Miele's, again, these are my personal products. These two, the bomb, okay? This one is called So Jelly. This is the After Sun Restoration Body Mask. You know why I need this. It's really jelly. It's really cool. Again, reminds me of aloe gel. It's very soothing. This one is called Get Dreamy. This is an overnight toning body whip. It smells really good. And I love how it feels. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what it looks like for the darkening, and it is for the entire body. So while I was focused on the face, if you can get these, or you can get one depending on what your issue is, here you go. Not a must have, but would be nice to have. We are now on to moisturizer. I will share the ones that I think are must-haves. This is from La Roche-Posay. This is the Triple Repair Moisturizing Cream. It isn't just for your face, it is for your body. But when I tell you, this has been, especially in the winter time when my skin dries out really quickly and really easily, this has been one of those things that I have not left. I applied first because it doesn't really have a smell. It is suitable for babies and adults, which could explain why it doesn't have a smell. So I put this on as a base to lock in the moisture to do what it needs to do. And then usually I'll go in and add my sweet lotion over it because a girl likes to be sweet. I'm sorry, do not judge me. But this, if you can afford to or get anything like it, you might want to invest in this because we're working on overall skin, right? There's barely any left in it. This is the CeraVe Facial Moisturizer. This is the PM. I love how light it is. I love how it feels on my skin. I love everything about it. But this one is for PM. So you might want to get the AM one if you want to stick to this. But CeraVe Moisturizer, I love it. I need to replace it very soon. Bring on the Barrier by I Do Care. I love it. I don't know. I think I love the smell of it. It has a minty, I know it has avocado in it, and avocado is really good for your skin, but I love how it feels. I use it when I am home. I use it a lot. When I'm home, I know I don't need to be anywhere. I can stay home and let my skin soak it up. I use a lot of moisturizer. So I do use a pretty decent amount. So that explains it, but I love how it feels on my skin. If you wear frontals and you struggle with applying moisturizer before makeup because it makes your makeup oily, you might want to invest in getting the Coats Triple Moisture Water Cream. So this moisturizer is water-based. I'm sure it's not the only brand that is. There are others, but consider water-based moisturizers for those days when you want to do your makeup, but you want to ensure that your skin is moisturized under it. And for the days when you're wearing the frontal and you don't want the oil to get under it and start lifting it. This works well. I mean, it works well altogether, but because I have more than one moisturizers, I just kind of use them according to how they're needed. This isn't a must-have, but it is a sure would be nice to have. This is the Depology Caviar Serum Stick. Like, have you ever heard of a serum stick? This comes in handy to have in your purse, in your handbag, or in your little toiletry kit. Why? Because it is a literal stick of serum. This is additional on-the-go moisture that you can just pop it out, put it where you need it, and you know where else it comes in handy? These areas here. This, bam, the toes, the feet. When you moisturize them and put them in your heels and you look down suddenly and the sides and the toes look like solution. It's small, it's very handy. Again, not a must-have. I just felt like I'll share everything that I use. So please do not feel overwhelmed. Do not feel like I'm telling you to get all these things. I'm just sharing what I use because I did make the post on Instagram and I asked, do you want to know what I use? And so I'm sharing everything. I have my entire box and I'm sharing everything that I use. The Caviar Serum Stick by Depology is a sure would be nice to have. The Acne Gel Treatment. This one is also from I Do Care. It's called Fix My Zit. It has 0.55% salicylic acid. Why do I always call it salicylic acid? It's salicylic acid. Salicylic acid. You know what I mean, or at least you know now. I don't know if you've ever used a pimple patch, but it's kind of the same thing. The pimple patch has salicylic acid in it. And this though is the gel, and this is the actual product that you apply to the area. I've used it. Like, it's not something that you need to use every day. You just need to apply it to the problem areas. So wherever it is that you have the breakouts or you see a pimple or whatever, you apply it to it, rub it in, and it gets the job done. They are not must-haves, but again, would be nice to have. These are extra moisture for your skin. This is La Roche-Posay Thermal Spring Water, and this is Thayer's Facial Mist. This is is witch hazel, and it is unscented. Both are unscented. It's just extra water to apply. When I put my skincare on and I add my moisturizer, I pat my moisturizer into my skin, I go in with this. So usually when I'm done, I look wet and misty, and that is fine. It is also very convenient to have one of these in your bag, like on hot days when it gets really hot outside. You can tell sometimes your skin tells you. Adding some of this as mist to help with the dryness does come in handy. So there you have it. These are my must-haves and would be nice to have. You would like for me to share more skincare stuff as I try them, because I'm still experimenting. My face is far from perfect, but it is far from where it used to be, and that's all I care about. As long as I see progress and I see comparable progress like A and B, trust me, I am going to remain consistent and I will be trying new stuff. I do know that from time to time that I will get stuff from new brands. I have no issue trying them. I actually do try them, see how they work. If they don't work, they don't work. I would never suggest them if they do not work. Stay tuned. I'll let you know in a few weeks how these new ones work for me. If it is something that you want to see, do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up, like it so I know that you are feeling it. And of course, share this with a friend and save the video so you can always come back to it. Do not feel overwhelmed. You do not need to get all these things. You do not need to get any of these things. I was just kind of letting you know what my must-haves are so that you know how to prepare for your nighttime and daytime skincare routine. Thank you for joining me. If you watched it to the end, thank you so very much for staying. Let me know what you think about videos like these. I will try to incorporate more videos outside of my talking videos, just sharing more, but let me know how you feel about this. Bye.